Welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. We are going to try out color blending pencils without using a chemical, so we're going to do it by ourselves. I stamped a few of these so we could maybe try some different things. We'll see how it goes and how time constraints work. This stamp is a Molly Harrison's Marta's Garden stamp from Crafter's Companion. The ink that I used is Finesse Alcohol Proof Rustic Brown, and I got this from Crafter's Companion also. The pencils I'm going to be working with today are these 168 oily color pencils, and a lot of people do the wax, and I don't know if there's a difference or not. I have some that are wax based, and we'll try those another time, but for now we're going to use these. I've already chosen colors that I want to do, and they're here and you'll see them. And these pencils come with the color chart that you fill in yourself, and there's no colors on the pencils though, and the name on the pencil looks different, is different than the name on the packaging, and the pencils are numbered, and that's how those work. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. Okay, now when I was first, just a couple of months ago, trying to find out how do I blend these colored pencils, because I've seen people do it and it's so pretty and stuff, and I had a really hard time finding something that wasn't way over my head, easy explanation. There were artists on there. If it wasn't artists, then they were trying to tell me how to do it with, some medium that broke it down. And I thought to myself, surely there's a way to do it just coloring. And I have found a few things. I've seen a few things. You have to really hunt to search and find it. And so that's why I'm doing this video tonight. So you can find it right here. So I guess basically this is a video for beginners. And what I'm going to do is show you what I have seen people and how they recommend things done, and what I have found helps me do it. And that's it basically. So it may not be the right way, but you know what, it works for me, and to me that's really the most important. Now you can, because there's so many colors in this, you can just get colors that are close to each other. So this pencil needs sharpened here. Everything I've seen has said that they recommend, and actually supposedly sharpening this pencil wrong, because you're supposed to turn the sharpener, not the pencil. And they all recommend that you use, well, most of the ones I've seen, there's been a couple that said an electric pencil sharpener, but most of them say a manual pencil sharpener. And this one is also from Crafter's Companion. So you can just get colors that are close together. Can you see that? That might not be big enough. And just put them next to each other, because there's so many colors in here. And that could work for you. Oh, the paper I'm using is Crafter's Companion card. Maybe not the best paper for this. They tell you that it should be have some texture, so there's layers that you can layer the pencil. Okay, you can do that. You can just get colors that are close. You can layer, let's see, one color over another color and get a different color. And of course, the more layers you put down, the better the other color is. Okay, so I'm gonna work with the blue and the red right now, and let's see if we can get purple in here. So what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if you should start with the lighter color or the darker color, and some things I know you need to start with the lighter color. When it comes to the pencils, I think they say start with the lighter color, but to me it hasn't made a difference. And what I do, so let's do her dress, I would just lay it down real light up at the top where I want the dress to be blue. Now, as I come down, I'm going to press lighter and lighter on the dress. Now here's where I do something that I've never heard anybody else say to do, but I will kind of come down uneven, and I might leave some blank spots. Okay, then I come in with the next color, and of course I go very light, very light, very light to start, because you want to do layers. That does seem to really help with me. Okay, now I'm coming up and I'm getting to the blue, so what I'm going to do is get real light, and I'm going to leave some empty white spots. Okay, and I'm going to go up, almost forgot, go up into the blue a little bit. Okay, then I'll come back with the blue, and I'm going to do it all right about the same kind of pressure, very light. And I'm going to go into the red, and some of the spots are going to start filling in. So now I'm going to do the red, and I'm going to do the same steps. Just go over it very light and go into the blue really light. And I still don't want to fill in all the blank spots, but I'm going to go into the blue. Now I'm going to take the blue again, and you know, you kind of do have to do it this way. But you do the blue again, go back into the red. And you can start to see that it's starting to get purple. Okay, I'm going to start over here with the red. And I might now start to give it just a little bit more pressure. And I'm going to start filling in more of the white spots, because I'm starting to see it start to blend. So now I want to help that. Okay. So now I do that same with the blue. I'm going to start, and you'll see I'm doing circles now because I've left the white spots. Now it's time to fill those white spots in. And you'll see it's starting to turn purple. Okay, another one with the red. And of course, I want this to be brighter. I wouldn't have chosen these colors. So I am wanting the layers, and I am gonna start adding more pressure. Not so much where I'm blending, but where the color's solid. Where I'm blending, I'm still going to kind of keep it light. I hope you can see that it's blending and it's making purple. Okay, I'm going to do it a little bit harder, still giving it pressure. I'll do the circles. Now, I'm going to fill it in more, and I'm not going to be so worried about this part because I see the blend coming now. Okay, and the blue. And I might take it a little bit farther. Can you see it blending? I hope you can see how it's blending. So, I don't know, did I just do red? Here, we'll give it another little go. So, there's some pencils do blend better than others, and these, I got these pencils on Amazon. They weren't the expensive ones. They weren't expensive. They were a really good deal. So I'm not going to complain about the way they blend. But now it's going to start kind of, what do they call that? Burnishing. Oops. And that means it's going to be filling in all the texture in the paper, and you're going to get like this. It gives it like a sheen, and I'm not too sure you can see that on there, but that's what I like. I like that. I like to see that. And I don't think you get that if you use the medium to blend it. And one of these days we'll try the medium together, because I have some in there and I just haven't used it, because I want to learn this way before I start taking shortcuts and doing it the easy way. Now, let's see. Another thing, what color do I want her wings? I should have saved blue for the wings, but you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll just do it very light-handed, and just trace around the wings. I tend to like it bright. I'm not really into muted. I like it bright, but we want the wings to look like their wings for this one. Anyways, I do, translucent, see-through wings. Oop, I went too heavy on that one. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, just to give it, oh, I missed all this bottom wing. Well, right now I'll just show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just take a little bit of the purple where there's a few lines, and I'm just gonna real light, real delicate add that in. And I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe the hours I have put in trying to figure this out. Trying to make them look the way I wanted. So, I don't know how well you can see that. it just gives it a little something. I would have been more careful, of course, if it wasn't for the video, because I don't want to be here all day on the video. Now, I'm going to do her hair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy kind of the alcohol inks. What they tell you is to fill it all in with the light, because you want to, I've never used this stamp before, so, but they say you want to soak your paper. But what I like is the way it leaves the light spot. So I'm doing the whole hair with the light brown, and then I'm coming in the shadowy parts, and I'm gonna, well, on her I'm kind of doing it backwards. I'm just gonna kind of do her part here, here, back in the back. I might give her a few darker, but I'm wanting to leave that middle part light so that it looks like the light's hitting it. This pencil's not putting out much more color than the other one, but as long as I've got them mixed together, then that light area will look like light hitting her hair, and it's got color, so it's not uncolored, and I like that too. Like I said, I've been working on this. You may not agree with me, you may not like the way I do it, and that's all right. We all get to do it the way we want. That's what's so nice about doing this stuff and being creative this way. It's, what do you like? How do you like it? How do you want yours to look? And that's what you get to do. So I'm gonna make it a little darker around the face. Okay, let me show you the hair. What do you think? All right. Now, the hardest part, and it's still hard for me, and I'm still learning, and I'm still working on it, is the skin. And, you know, I was always one of those people that just let the skin stay the color of the page. But, guess what? No. No, they say, don't do that, don't do that. So, I take kind of the same idea as the alcohol pencils. I kind of do the yellow. No, you're not yellow skinned. I'm just doing it real light yellow, and I'm not worried. This might have been the wrong yellow, but I'm not worried about white spots left over. Okay, now around her face, I usually do a little darker where the hairline meets. I didn't mean to do that just now. Okay, but not where you're really gonna notice, and maybe wherever there would be a little bit of shadow. Okay, and then you come back with the yellow, and that will tone that down a little bit. And you're thinking, man, that still is not some good looking skin yet. Well, now I'm going to come in with the peach, and I'm going to give her a real skin tone. And this didn't turn out as good as it usually does. That yellow wasn't a very good yellow. But, okay, that's how I kind of give the skin tone, that skin tony look, but see, I did a little too much. I don't know if you can see how it looks. Okay. And like I said, I like to see light spots and stuff. I'm still learning. Ah, man, I messed that up. I didn't have that pencil sharp enough. Okay. So, some people say don't color the eyes. Well, she's a fairy. How can you not color? Even if you just put a dot, it doesn't have to be a noticeable color or anything. Okay. Now I'm going to work on these flowers a little bit. And I'm going to start. And like I said, I don't know. Some people, whatever you're watching, sometimes they'll always say, always start with the light color. Well, I'm not. I'm going like this. And I'm gonna blend. And that didn't really show up too much. There's not that much contrast between the colors. But this video's starting to run a little long, and I'm gonna run out of space to keep going. So I'm gonna stop right here. That's a few tips. Let's try doing the light and the yellow and the dark real quick. Yeah, that works too, but okay, so there you can see the fairy and see her skin tone and see the blend, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so we can work on this another time. Maybe we'll get some more tips, and thank you for coming. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.